Las Vegas rocks all around the clock. Las Vegas rocks, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks all around the clock, 'cause this town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
Las Vegas rocks.
It's the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, the show before the show. Join us for a fast-paced hour of celebrity interviews and entertainment news. And now, here's Ron.
Well, Las Vegas rocks.
And welcome once again to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett, along with co-host Tom Hillary and entertainment reporter Tiffinie Tee. This evening is another magical show with my guests, headliner, mentalist, and show producer Frederic deSilva.
Hello.
Hello, Frederic.
Hi.
The queen of magic burlesque, Miss Susie Malone, will be with you guys in a moment. Frankie Valli, tribute artist Mark Maynard.
Always great to be here, Ron.
Thanks, Mark. And Tom Hillary, how you doing today, bud?
Doing fantastic, Ron.
Good. We'll be talking to my guests shortly. But first, I want to talk about our mission here on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show is to promote, encourage, support local entertainers. Entertainers right now are having a bit of a hard time because of the closed places, and we're not sure what's open and we're not sure what's closed. But it seems every day it changes, and hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed. But we'll be here to promote these local entertainers. We'll give them a platform to talk about the shows they want to come to, the shows they want to be in, the shows they want you to come to. We're going to keep Vegas going until Vegas starts going again, and it will. It won't be long now. But right now, let's do the shout-outs right off the bat. This is our mission. This is why we're here. And we're going to continue to do that. First, my shout-outs to my beautiful fiancée, Tammy Morelli, at home right now with Sammy the dog and Papito, the official dog of the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. She's got those two little puppy-doos right with her right now. John Scaglione out in Tampa. Hey, Johnny, thanks for being on the show a couple of weeks ago. Janet Conway, promoter for Gene Ferrari. Gene, we're looking forward to your return to Las Vegas. Janet will be with him. Don Barnhart at the Delirious Comedy Club at the Downtown Grand, and also Jokesters at Alexis Park. David Arciero, usually listening from Da Nang, Vietnam, but tonight he's in Boston. And I'm pretty sure he likes Da Nang a little bit better because right now he's being snowed out. He sent a picture of big snowstorm there. You know, but you're from Iowa, right, Mark? So you don't know it. You get some snow, right?
I haven't seen it, though, for the best, longest time ever.
Then my buddy PJ Gianmaria, who is quarantined from his wife. He's upset. He doesn't like that. He hadn't seen her in a long time. And there's a quarantine thing going. Hey, PJ, pretty soon it'll be over and you'll get back with her and have a great Christmas. Arthur Shanker Jr. in St. Louis. Arthur Shanker Jr. is going to be on the show. Arthur Shanker Jr. was the general manager of the Dunes Hotel back in the 70s. And that's when we like to mob up the show, when we start talking about those days. He'll be on December 19th. Alessandro at Prosecco's. Joe Cuzzo at a Huddle Brewing Company. Naivi Malendra. She's so good in the Casablanca commercials. And she has a clothing line. We're going to be talking to her. And Meyer Lansky, he'll be here in December as well. We'll mob up the show that day as well, you know. We'll keep it going. So, right now, I want to talk to the places that are still doing some entertainment. And I know that Tiffinie will be giving us some further insight. The IAC, Italian American Club, we love it over there. They're still going. Prosecco's is still going. Siena, Bootlegger, Bella Vita, the Tuscany Hotel, the Vegas Room, Chianti, right? You were there last night.
Absolutely.
You had a great show. We'll talk about it in a minute. The Red Palm, my buddy over there, Johnny Bird, he's putting on a lot of shows. And Tiffinie will have a whole lot more of that when we come back. But right now, let's start talking. Let's start talking to Frederic deSilva. Hello, Frederic.
Hi.
Good for you to be here today.
That was nice to hear our friend Tony Saka. That's thanks to Tony, then you and I met. And I used to hear this song every day, minutes before I go on stage, because Tony was performing at 2 o'clock, and I was performing in the same showroom at 4 o'clock. And I always come early to get my props ready. Mm-hmm. And I used to walk in the showroom and hear him singing with the dancers. So, yeah.
We have the queen of Magic Burlesque on the phone right now. She was at 10 o'clock in the window showroom. Bring her in. Hey, Susie.
Hi, how are you?
How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you guys? Is it cold there in Vegas yet?
What would you say it is right now? It was 60-something today.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell everybody about Susie Malone real quick so we set it up, all right?
All right.
Susie Malone is an Aussie bombshell, ladies and gentlemen. An Australian-born burlesque performer, dance instructor, choreographer. Born in Sydney, Susie became a dancer as soon as she could walk, right? Pretty much. She trained as tap, jazz, classical. Before taking her talents to the stage, Susie was the principal burlesque showgirl in Fantasy Las Vegas. At the Merrickville Casino showroom, performed nightly to packed houses for 5 years. Susie found fame for her lavish costumes, spectacular production numbers. Her success down under landed a dance role in Baz Luhrmann's, not Baz, but his movie, Moulin Rouge. Susie was also a solo performer, producer, and choreographer of her own female revue, Wildcats Australia. Susie Malone also thrilled audiences in her homeland of Australia, but internationally as well, performing all over the world. Right, Susie?
Correct.
Now, you went to L.A., and next thing I know, you're ready to go in Vegas with your show, Les Magiques Fantastiques.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what's happening with all that right now. Frederic is here, by the way. Say hello to Frederic.
Hi,
Frederic.
Susie. How are you, darling?
How are you? I'm the person who can pronounce this correctly. Le Magique Fantastique.
There you go. We should have just had you introducing the show every night.
Now, as we said earlier, Susie and Frederic were in the showroom at the same time. I was there with Tony Sacca during the same period of time when the window showman was really having a good time. We were doing a lot of great things over there. How did your show come about? And we're going to talk about your mask business as well. I know you're all over Facebook with your great Boshi masks.
Bougie. It's bougie.
Boogie.
Bougie.
Bougie. That right?
Yeah, you know, like when you want to feel like you're luxurious.
Bougie.
You know, designer labels and all that. You feeling bougie.
Okay, well, bring us up a little. I talked a little bit about you, but what about your show that came to Las Vegas recently that was a big hit that we loved? How did that come together? And we have a little bit of music from it just to remind you.
Oh, you do? What have you got?
We'll listen to this.
Can I hear it?
Yes. Which one are we going with? We're going to go with Susie Malone. I was going to go in the second break. We'll do it now.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to wait just a minute here while I bring it up. I threw a... There it is.
Here we go. Lots of memories.
Yeah, then I Dream of Jeannie. That was a cute little vignette.
People are dancing on the studio too.
Yeah, we can see it on the screen right now.
I'm just imagine I'm levitating a hot-looking girl right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can't see it, so we just wanted to get the music.
What was this music? What was the act of the music?
That sounded like from what was it?
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie.
But Susie, what was which act were you performing?
That was the goddess vignette, because in my show I had a lot of vignettes. It went through time, but we had a lot of vignettes. So it started off with Can Can, which is turn of the century, and then the singer came on, and then we went way back in time. So that was our goddess vignette that sort of, whoops, there's my alarm going off to call you, Ron. So that was the goddess vignette. So that was all like Cleopatra and just beautiful goddesses. We also had a Medusa come out as well. But that particular section of the show was when I was doing a vertical suspension with one of my beautiful girls. Because
floating, right?
was all female, so
we all have different definitions of vertical suspension.
Otherwise, I probably would have teamed up with some great magicians, but you have to be sexy and female to be in my show.
Now, you also write that you're the wife of a rock star, and I know you are. Tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, my husband, he is in a band. He was one of the founders of the band called Harmful If Swallowed. And I wish I could remember the guy's name. You probably would, Ron. Who was the kid that played in The Courtship of Eddie's Father?
Bill
you know
Bixby?
Who I'm talking about?
Bill Bixby, the little kid.
The kid.
We got the movie expert here, no? You got that one?
I'm not sure about the kid. I think the father was Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
It was the TV show. So whoever played the kid...
Eddie Haskell, that's the only name that comes to mind.
Someone needs to Google it really quickly. He actually was the lead singer for a while and founder of it. And then when he decided that he wanted to pursue other things, Greg kind of took over and they just sort of progressed from there. But they've had a lot of their music on the MTV catalog. They, have a lot of their music for their reality shows and stuff. So it was good. And they've actually played on the same bill as, people like Green Day. So they're melodic punk rock. So they played with like Green Day and Fear and Suicidal Tendencies. So, yeah, I always get such a kick out of watching him on stage. I love it because it's the complete polar opposite of what I do. So I love being able to sit back and being an audience member. But you know what it's like right now? Everybody's just kind of sitting around twiddling their thumbs, unfortunately.
Well, that's brought you to another business. You let me bring this up. You performed in Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Finland, South Pacific, Mexico, Canada, Trinidad, Panama, 46 United States. It's an amazing.
Thank you.
But you've kind of slid over from your burlesque magic burlesque show, which I saw many, many times, and we worked together on it just a little, and it was just a wonderful show. I loved it.
Thank you.
The music and everything, costumes were over the top, and people can see some of it by going to YouTube, looking up the way to say it is how, Frederic?
Le Magique Fantastique.
Yeah, he's going to think I brought him to say to translate
yeah,
French.
Just to introduce it.
Yeah, that's not why. We're going to go a little bit deeper into Frederic's personality and character here, and it's really superb. We're going to have a lot of fun with him in just a minute. But you switched from all that, not switched, but you found a way to make something else happen with your masks. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, in Australia, I actually had a pretty successful costume making business because I've always done costumes. So every costume that was in the La Magique show was actually also done by me. So I had a really amazing career creating beautiful costumes for a lot of the burlesque showgirls in Australia. And when I came here, of course, when I was touring, I would do all of my own because I wanted them to be very unique. And, so I just was, tired of sitting around during COVID. And it was actually one of my best friends said to me, why don't you start making some really beautiful crystal masks and stuff, seeing as though we all have to wear them in California. And I kind of ummed and ahed for a little while. And then, of course, all my suppliers were shut down. So as soon as they opened up, I just started, going with it and designing it. And then, boom, all of a sudden, I'm just sort of doing it full time right now. And then also something else that I'm actually quite proud of. So I'm actually really good friends with a fellow burlesque performer. Her name is Sassy Cassie. You can look her up. She is known as the smallest showgirl in the world. She's just over 3 feet, and she's amazing. She does the most amazing pole tricks and everything. She travels constantly. And because she's only just over 3 feet, she has a lot of trouble finding costumes and stuff for her, especially lingerie and all that kind of stuff. So she's been a steady client of mine pretty much.
Well, how does someone get a hold of you to see what you got, and how do they buy something? You have
that's happening. You can go on to, I've got a store on Etsy under Magic Moments by Susie Malone. Also, you can look under Bougie Masks by Susie Malone on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm just about to launch my Littles lingerie range. So it's lingerie for littles. Because a lot of these ladies are sort of like in their 30s and 40s, and they've never really been able to have beautiful, sexy lingerie. Where are they going to go to get it? So I've kind of branched out into that as well, which it's been rewarding for me because it's making them happy as well.
Well, thank you, Susie. I want to give out that website or how they get a hold of this so they can get some of those masks.
Yes, so on Facebook and Instagram,
right.
It's both under Bougie Masks by Susie Malone, which is BOOSHIE Masks by Susie Malone. And, yeah, if you want to contact me, just send me a direct message, and away we go. The full range is all on there. Okay, hang on the phone. We're going to go for a break right now, and we'll be right back, and we'll be talking with Frederic and Susie and Tom and Mark and Tiffinie Tee's here.
Let's set this party on fire. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon.
We know that car wrecks don't take the weekends off, and neither do we. If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, you don't have to wait until Monday to get the help you need. We have people standing by right now, ready to take your call, ready to give you free advice, ready to help you get the medical attention you need. You don't have to wait until Monday to call an attorney. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner and Rowe. We are the 24/7 injury attorneys, and we're available to get the help you need right now.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Scott Guido, managing attorney. Kevin Rowe is only licensed in Arizona, New Mexico, Oregon, Washington, and Illinois.
The 2021 Acura TLX will take your breath away. Yes, the new TLX styling is aggressive. Enough power to rival any adversary. It has a standard iVTEC turbo engine. And enough features to make you the hero. Just tell them the truth. The all-new Acura TLX is the best sedan we've ever created. How's that sound? See it at your local Acura dealer. Acura. Let's talk. More drive.
View our extensive inventory of Acuras at Finley Acura in the Valley Auto Mall or online at finleyacura.com.
Well, I had some good news and some bad news after my first consultation about my neuropathy. It's why you need to reserve your spot at the next free seminar conducted by Dr. Joshua Purcell, D.C. in Las Vegas. First, the bad news. I lost over 80% of the nerve function in my feet. 80% damage. The good news? It was caught just in the nick of time before it became permanent, and it's treatable. And I could regain as much as 100% feeling back. So now I have a plan of attack to make that happen with no surgery, no medication, and no injections. That's the successful way it's done at Dr. Purcell DC's office. If you suffer from neuropathy, you do not have to live with the pain, numbness, tingling, or balance problems. Do what I'm doing to get better. Reserve your spot at Dr. Joshua Purcell DC's next seminar. Call 702-500-0839. That's 702-500-0839.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see. No other place like Las Vegas to be.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show with Frederic deSilva,
and the
Mark Maynard, and the showgirl. Tiffinie's here. And on the phone right now, let's bring her back in. Susie?
Hi.
There you are again. Susie, let's wrap it up with you. I let you go. You're out there in L.A. You got a lot to do on a Saturday night. Not spend too much time on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show.
It's been so good talking to you again, Ron. I've missed you.
Well, thank you. Are you going to be coming back to Vegas anytime soon?
You know, I don't know, because I had a show booked out there, and then boom, COVID hit. In fact, I had a whole tour booked, and boom, COVID hit. I was supposed to be in Canada doing a tour and everything, so who knows? Like, for right now, we just have to wait for everything to be safe and get back to normal, and then we'll see what happens.
Maybe with your mask.
Yeah,
Who knows? Maybe we'll just do a burlesque show with the mask.
Tiffinie Tee is here listening to you. Say hello to Tiff. Say hello to...
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Susie. How you doing, love?
I'm good, gorgeous girl. I miss you, too. I feel like I miss my Las Vegas family out there.
Oh, my gosh. Everybody remembers you, and you are just so fabulous. And so I'm excited that you have all these new shows coming up. You're just so creative. And you're sexy, too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So what was the name of this really, really short performer girl? You called her Sally?
Sassy Cassie.
Sassy Cassie. Oh my gosh, I wish I could interview her with you. That sounds fantastic.
Well, I'll have to set that up for you.
Well, I just wanted to give you my love. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you. So nice to talk to you again.
You too.
Sell some masks, Susie. Thank you. We'll stay in touch, okay? It was great. Thank you so much for appearing on the show
today. Thank you, guys. Have a great one. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. That was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Now, you interviewed Susie, Tiffinie, didn't you?
I did. I loved it. It was Susie with Frenchie Morgan.
That's right. A long time ago, 2 years.
We were like all these blondes standing there, like doing interviews and stuff together. It was quite interesting. But
Quite interesting.
She's fabulous.
Mark will be with you in a minute. Mark's got a special thing for us today.
Yeah, I do.
Mark is going to be doing a live show today from the stage at Caesar's Palace, talking to 4,100 people.
I like that a lot.
Right here in this studio.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
You ready for that?
Yes, sir.
From Boone, Iowa.
Hey.
Okay. Mr. deSilva.
Hi.
Mr. deSilva. Look at this. The former mentalist at Chanel's. Bally's in a hotel and casino. Disneyland, Paris. Disneyland in Paris. I didn't even know that they do have a Disneyland in Paris. I should have known that. The Magic Castle. The Fremont Street Experience. You studied philosophy. You lived in Paris and your hometown of, is it Rouen?
Right.
Am I saying it right?
Right. Rouen, yeah.
Rouen, nice town. Beautiful in France. Every city's beautiful in France, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very beautiful
Beautiful
Yeah.
place. And now you're living in Las Vegas.
Right. That was my dream, yeah.
That was your dream. We're going to talk about that. You wrote a book called Beyond Paranormal. And I just found out that it's available to anybody who wants it.
Yeah, I always felt uncomfortable selling stuff. And even when I do the meet and greet at Bally's, I never charge for the meet and greet. And even at the end, I was giving Ferrero Rocher chocolates to people. We were giving them Fiji water for free. And yeah, I say I'm going to write a book, and I didn't know if how much the book was worth. It's mostly about my life and my experience, and I just decided to give it away for free. So I just give it. You just have to go on the website paranormaltheshow.com, and there is a button where you can just click to get the book, and there's no charge at all.
I think they should get it. So I read a lot about you today, and I want to do my homework and research. And a lot of things I saw is that at 5 years old, during Christmas time, you were given a magic box.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Brought you a magic box.
Yeah.
And that changed your life.
Yeah.
You were just a little kid.
Yeah.
At the time. And then did that put you into a position where you wanted to do this? Did you know that you had a special ability?
Well, I believed a lot in Santa Claus. It's very popular in Europe. It's like the god of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus is that mysterious guy who can read your mind, knows if you've been a good boy or bad boy. He knows exactly what would be the perfect gift for you. And I remember that since it was yesterday. I unwrapped the box and I see the magic box for me. And I see that Santa Claus had given other toys to my cousins and everything. And I thought at that moment that there was someone somewhere, in the sky or whatever, who was watching me and telling me, Frederic, you're special, and we're going to give you all these secrets of magic, and you're going to be a very different person. And because of the faith and the belief of Santa Claus, I took that so seriously. I knew that I had a mission, and magic would be for the rest of my life, and that actually what's happened.
Take us a little faster forward now. You had that when you were going to school. Was it always there? Did you always feel that as you got into a teenager? Were you working already or perfecting your skills?
Yeah, at the beginning I was so young, so I couldn't read. So my mother had to give me the explanation, and I asked her to not say anything about the secrets. That was very important back in the day. Today it's very different with the internet and everything. But like 30 years ago, when you were a magician, the first thing that people told you is you should not reveal the secret. It was absolutely fascinating to have that, to be able to do these things that nobody knows how they're done. It really fascinated me. And yeah, I started performing. I was 12, 13. I was going at school during the day, and then I took my bicycle and I went to the street where all the restaurants were, and I was performing close-up magic at the restaurants, and people were giving me tips and coins. And then one of the restaurant offered me, would you like to just work in my restaurant, and I would just pay you to be there. And then I started to do that. And then I was working at night, and I got a permit by the government because I didn't have the legal age to work, and particularly at night at places where I was not even supposed to be. So then I went back to home at midnight, and I was sleeping 5 or 6 hours, waking up to do the work of the school that I didn't have time to do. And then I was at school during the day. So, I didn't really have a normal childhood, I would say, but I was so blessed to know exactly what I wanted to do and have a goal for my life.
You had an obsession with coming to Las Vegas. How did that develop?
Well, when I was 18, my family just offered me a trip to come to Vegas, and I came here, and that was like an emotional shock, like a level of certainty when things happen to your life, and you know that it has to be, and that idea will never leave you, and that idea is now part of your life and won't go away. I knew that it would be extremely tough to have to deal with that new idea, that new obsession, but I knew that there was nothing I could do against that, and that idea that I would have a show in Vegas became permanent.
Well, you're probably the hardest working guy I've ever seen, because your show in Vegas was a difficult one at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
That's a tough time period.
That's the only thing that they wanted to give me.
That's a tough time period. And I remember once you told me that the first couple of days when you started doing it at Bally's, and you sold 4 tickets, and I can relate to that because I think Tony and I sold 3.
Yeah.
And,
it was 0, actually.
Or 0, yeah, whatever it was for a while. But you only sold 4 tickets. And then you got the greatest reviews I've ever seen written for a mentalist or just any act, basically. 5 stars. Everyone went crazy. You meticulously built your marketing plan to fill that room. And we all admired that because we're marketing guys and we had shows there. And I said, this cat knows what he's doing because you put the money in the right place. And the reviews and getting people to give you the stars, getting people to come back and say it was great, and you continually promoted that. And for years, you were doing good business until COVID. You sold out 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You had lines out the door.
Right.
You were constantly out there. You did everything right, from what I can see from the marketing point of view. And it paid off because I've never seen anything like it. You were always busy, always sold out, always had great audiences. And then you worked alone. And there's a reason for that.
Right, yes. Well, the first reason is I was never able to find a manager. I never had a producer. I never had an investor. I never had a publicist. I never even I don't even have an assistant on stage.
No.
But I get that entire dream. I mean, I can control absolutely every aspect of everything. The person on stage knows what the guy who does the meet and greet do, and I know I ask questions after the show to people. It's an entire. I try to dominate my entire world. It's a very small world, but I know I can do exactly every little thing as I think it's the right way of doing it. But as you say, when we start the show, I've been begging Vegas for 12 years. From my 18th to my 30th. Every month I was coming to Vegas. I was working 3 weeks in France in small cabarets. I was charging $80 a show. And I knew that I had enough money after 1 month to buy a flight to Vegas. I was coming to Vegas. I remember sleeping on the street the first day when I was coming because I was jet lagged, and I knew that if I was giving my luggage...
It was the grass in front of Caesar's Palace,
exactly,
am I right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you have good memory, I told you that. and I knew that would save me one night, and then I can stay another extra day. And I was knocking at the doors, could barely speak English. People obviously told me that there was no way. I didn't have a big show. I knew that I was competing with all these big production shows and these big magicians like Copperfield and these big stars, and nobody wanted to give me a chance. And when Bally's gave me the chance, so I was performing on the streets. I was working for tips. Sometimes I was going at Planet Hollywood. I remember I was there. There was a pub, and then the security guy came and asked me, "Are you stealing money from the customers?" And I said, "No." I said, "But you accepting tips, right?" I said, "Yeah, but people were calling me, can you come to our table to do something?" And he asked me to get out and never come back. And then I start performing in front of Bally's without knowing that one day I will work at Bally's. I will work at Bally's. I will work at Bally's. And basically you ask people, give me an object, give me anything, and she start to guess everything people have. And it's a very difficult act. And I was doing that with a Russian assistant that I had in Portugal with me. And at the last moment, they told her that she couldn't fly.
Oh, boy.
Because she, when you're a Russian person, even for holidays, you need a visa. So, that was extremely difficult. And when Bally's gave me my chance, I knew that I couldn't mess up that moment. I knew that I couldn't wait an extra 20 years.
How'd that come about? Bally's gave you your chance. Did you have a meeting? Did someone call you?
Well, there was...
Without revealing anything.
Yeah. Well, there was the buffet of Bally's get closed.
Right.
And then they put Tony and Tina's wedding because it was still a kind of restaurant, so it still makes sense to have a restaurant with a show. And at that time, Ken Walker, who was operating the showroom, knew about me, and then he offered me he asked me, "Do you want to perform at 4 o'clock?" And I say, yeah, of course, I want to perform at 4 o'clock. And I couldn't say it was magic because it competed with other magicians inside Caesars Entertainment. I couldn't be a hypnotist because it competed with other hypnotism shows. So I had to delete these things from my billboard, and so I could advertise a show that people didn't know exactly what the show would be. So it was extremely difficult, and I remembered that the first day, I was very anxious to know how many seats we had to put, and the box office never told me how many tickets we were selling. And when you're totally terrified that the worst case scenario is going to come, and you see it coming, and I remember that hours before the show, I called the box office and I say, how many tickets we sold? And
we had to do that every day. It was awful.
And they told me 0.
Nice.
And it was 0 for the next day. It was 0 for the next day. It was 4 tickets for the entire week.
And that's when you called it the Mentalist show?
Yeah, it was. How was it called? It always been paranormal.
So paranormal, mind-blowing magic.
Mind-reading magic.
Well, I would go to see that show.
Yeah, mind-reading magic. And you did that, so you put the word magic in there to make people understand.
That was later. Actually, Tiffinie is correct. It's just called paranormal, starring mentalist Frederic deSilva at the beginning.
What's the difference between a mentalist and a magician?
Well, to be absolutely honest, mentalists are part of the magic world, and I don't really like when there is an abuse in terms of language to make people believe that it's something different. I don't claim to be psychic. I don't claim to have any supernatural abilities. The kind of performance that I do is more magic with the mind, so there is no props. So it's a mix of magic and.
Can we see some of this in a little while on Facebook Live?
Absolutely.
By the way, Facebook Live, you running it, Mark?
I am.
Tiffinie, you got it on?
I am running, and I just want to say, so it must be really special for you this time of year, since it had such an impact on you as a kid that this was like a Christmas gift that was given to you, and it was so perfect for you. And so here we are at Christmas time. You're in Vegas, right where you want to be.
And he's talking about it.
And you're talking about the magic.
You're right.
We're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back with more of Frederic, and we're going to hear from Mark. And, of course, Tiff, you got your entertainment report ready to go?
I'm ready to go for you, Ron.
And Tom Hillary. Hey, Tom, you all right?
I'm doing fine.
You guys with the microphones, you got to take it easy. I know you hear, boom, 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 boom. Come on. You grab it by the handle, not by the mic. That's all.
Well, he taught me.
Oh, okay. Okay, make some noise. Go ahead. It's all right. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back with more of this fun.
Enough with the fees already. Bad check fees, credit card fees, late rent fees, and those huge payday loan fees. We can help and safely lend you up to $5,000 in minutes to cover your payments and avoid those fees. A checking account, perfect credit, or collateral, and it's 100% free to apply and see how much you qualify for. If you need the loan for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 year, it doesn't matter at the DLC. You only pay interest for the time you have the loan out. There are no application fees or prepayment penalties. Nothing, really. We offer small weekly payments and make it easy to pay your loan back because of our fantastic rates. Join over 250,000 satisfied customers and let us help you out. It's okay to need a loan and borrow money as long as you're getting a fair deal.
Licensed by the Data Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet the normal loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
Take a listen to your speakers. Over here. And over here. Unimpressive, right? Imagine having 17 speakers powered by 710 watts all around you, even in the ceiling. Better? We think so. The all-new Acura TLX with the available ELS Studio 3D Premium Audio System. Acura. Less talk, more drive.
View our extensive inventory of Acuras at Finley Acura in the Valley Auto Mall or online at finleyacura.com.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see. No other place like.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show with Frederic deSilva, Mark Maynard, Tiffinie Tee, and Tom Hillary. And thank you, Susie Malone, who was on the phone earlier today. Let's go to you, Tiff.
Oh, it's all on me.
So
oh, my gosh.
It's 25 minutes to 6 here, and We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from showtime here in Las Vegas.
It's showtime.
So tell us what's out there.
My goodness. So I'm so excited because I've got a lot more for you than I thought I would have. So I just want to start
Can you
with...
do it all in 2 minutes?
I'm going to talk really fast.
What are you going to take 3?
Oh, I get 3 whole minutes. I'm excited. So tonight, Saturday, December 5th, I do want to say that we have at 7:30, Gabriella Versace, who's one of the girls from the Sexy Show. She's got her Showgirl Cupcakes. I love her. She's actually performing at Chianti tonight, and it's with her band called the G-Force, which I love. I've seen them before. They're fantastic. And we also have at Prosecco, it's Johansson, who goes by Jason Allen. And he's performing at 6:30 tonight. Also, I want to say that tonight is the last night for Jen Romas's Sexy Show that is inside of Larry Flint's Hustler Club.
How'd it do?
It's doing great. In fact,
must
her
have, huh?
reviews are fantastic. They're off the charts. Everybody's just loving it. And I had no doubt, of course. Jennifer Romas is fabulous. But tonight is the last night, so please go and see it. It starts at 9:30. You still have time. Get over there. Larry Flint's Hustler Club, you don't want to miss this because this is the only time you're going to see her where she goes from the stage to the club. Also, a friend of mine that I think is fabulous, at 6:30 p.m., we've got Hal Savar is at The Retreat, and he does a special interactive show, which... it's more than just sitting and watching. You actually get to interact with them, which is really nice. Rita Lim, who we love, at 6 p.m., she's going to do her Around the World show at the Red Palms. We've got 6 p.m. What is so funny about that?
Rita Lim works everywhere.
Rita Lim is fabulous.
I always say this. If you don't know who's working someplace, just say
It's
Rita
Rita
Lim.
Lim.
You got a 50-50 chance of being right.
No, I just love
She's
her. I have
quite
to give
busy,
her-
though. I mean, she's that good.
You work hard, you work
You
hard,
bet.
right? We've got Ken Foote at Italian American Club.
They can.
6 p.m. We've got Mark Giovi at the Skyline Casino, and we've got George Bugatti at Bootleggers. Now, would you like to hear about Tomorrow for Sunday?
Sure.
For those who didn't get their butt out of bed tonight. Tomorrow for Sunday, we have at 6:30 p.m. Travis, I love this, Cloyer. I love saying his name. Travis Cloyer is doing a Christmas at My Place at the Italian American Club. We have Ronnie Rose and Mike Clark. Mike Clark does a piano at the Bootlegger. They're actually performing the Rock and Blues at Gillies inside of Treasure Island. Then I have something I love. I love going to live comedy, and I've been missing it. So we've got a live comedy show tomorrow night, 6 p.m. That's Sunday, December 6th. It's the S&C live comedy show at the Red Palms. We've got Doug Taylor, who plays beautiful piano at Bootleggers, and Randy Anderson and Kendra Daniels do a duo at Skyline Casino. And, of course, I will say it again, Rita Lim is performing tomorrow, Sunday night, at the Piazza Lounge inside of Tuscany. Would you like to hear the upcoming for next week?
Next Friday and Saturday, real quick.
You ready? Friday, the 11th, we have Rich Little.
Oh, really?
Rich Little does Thursday through Sunday, so he's actually performing tonight and tomorrow as well.
Or the Tropicana?
So, at the Tropicana, thank you so much. At the Laugh Factory, so we got to give Rich Little his props. We also have the triple threat with Bucky Hurd, Johnny Bird, and Vinny from the Bronx Wanderers performing at the Red Palms,
Next
7
Friday,
p.m.
right?
This is next Friday, December the 11th. Of course, I have to give Prosecco's a shout-out. That's Kelly Vaughn, 6 p.m. next Friday, December 11th at Prosecco's. And, of course, the Kenny Davidson Show is going to be at the Piazza Lounge at Tuscany. That starts at 8:45 p.m. And I'm so excited to say we go further to Saturday, which is a preview for next show.
Can everybody see the notebook paper that you ripped out of your little
this is
your
what
high
I call-
school notebook pad?
This is
Her
what I
phone
call
is
my...
doing Facebook
You
Live.
I literally, when I was in high school, I was called...
You
this
still
was
have the book, right?
Tiffaglyphics is what they called me.
Tiffaglyphics.
Okay. So Saturday, December 12th, next week, we have the Holiday Christmas Ball, which is at the Red Palms at 6 p.m. We've got George Bugatti's at Bootleggers at 6 p.m. 6:30 is Mark Giovi at the Skyline Casino. Carmine Mendia at Italian American Club, 7:30 p.m. And actually, we have Tom Mazzaro, 7:30 p.m. next Saturday, December 12th, is at Piazza Lounge in Tuscany.
Thank you so much.
Hope you remember everything.
Did I do it in 3 minutes?
You did it. I didn't time it.
Bravo.
A minute and a half.
Bravo.
So
Thank
when
you.
this is not COVID, how long does it take you to say every show and every...
No, we'll
I
be here
think
for 2
that
days.
you are the mentalist, and you should read my mind.
We're gonna-
And I think that you should try and predict this as I go along,
We're
because
gonna
I don't
get
pay
there.
attention.
We're going to get there in a minute, but right now,
I'm going to turn my microphone over to Tom Hillary,
Okay.
and I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. And I love you both.
are you heading out? Heading out to the strip now? Do your thing?
Am I going to go strip? Is that what you said?
No. I didn't say that. So you're heading to the strip to go strip.
You know I'm naked under these clothes. That's just how it works.
So you're leaving now to go to the strip and see what's happening.
Well, you know, if I tell everybody where I'm going,
All
they're
right,
going to
never
all
mind
over
then. You got a big secret tonight. Okay, switch out with
I
Tom.
don't have a date. I'm trying to get one, Ron. You don't help me out here.
No.
No.
No, it's not a dating service.
It's just a no. He said no.
No.
Okay, love you, Ron.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yay.
Okay, now I'm going to ask us all to use our imagination.
All right.
Okay, if you'll get that queued up for me, Jim. the Mark Maynard part. Which song do you want to do, Mark?
How about we do Grease? Grease is the word, you know.
All right, get ready then. Here, I want to set it up.
Got the black jacket on, and
you ready to go?
Yeah.
Now, for the first time,
yes,
we're going to do this live. This is not a record.
Okay.
We're using your tracks from your show.
Right.
You're going to do it live, right to the microphone. So right now, picture this in your head. You're on stage at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace.
Beautiful.
The audience is the same size as the audience listening to this show or watching it on Facebook Live.
That's a lot of people.
About 4,100 people.
Yeah.
You're on stage and you're about to sing this to 4,100 people at Caesar's Palace. Are you ready?
I believe so.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here tonight. Are you ready? Woo! All right, it's time to get greasy. I saw my problems and I see the light. We got a loving thing, we gotta feed it right. There ain't no danger, we can go too far. Start believing now, we can be who we are. Grease is a word. They think our love is just a growing thing. Why don't they understand it's such a crying shame? Their lips are lying, only real is real. We start the fight right now. Got to be what we feel. Grease is a word. Didn't I already say that?
Yeah, you did.
It's got a groove, it's got a meaning.
Live.
Grease is the time, it's the place, it's the motion. Grease is the way we are feeling. We take the pressure and we throw away. Conventionality belongs to yesterday. There is a chance we can make it so far. Start believing now. You can be who you are. Grease is a word. What's the word out there, everybody?
Grease, baby.
Now it's got groove and meaning. Grease is the time, it's the place, it's the motion. Grease is the way we are feeling. This is a life of illusion, wrapped up in troubles, laced in confusion. What are we doing here? We take the pressure and we throw away. Conventionality belongs to yesterday. There is a chance we can make it so far. Start believing now. We can be who we are. Grease is a word. You think they don't understand grease is the word? No, it's got groove and meaning. Grease is the time, it's the place, it's the motion. Grease is the way we are feeling. How you doing, everybody out there? Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it.
Wow. How was that? Let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace.
All right.
With Mr. Mark Maynard.
I love it, man.
Last night you performed that at the Chianti.
Yes, and wow, I tell you, it was amazing. Just amazing. Even though socially distancing is putting us at 25% now, it was like the biggest 25% I'd ever seen. And everybody in the audience had a great, great time.
The biggest 25% you ever seen.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, I just want to do a couple of shout-outs, if I may.
Go.
Okay. So my good buddy, my good friend, his name is Chicky. His real name is Frank, all right? And I want to say thank you so much, Frank. Frank DeLuca is the guy, and what an amazing fella. He was so diligently. He did a Facebook live stream, and so thank you so much, Chicky. Man, I tell you, it was just amazing. And I want to give, of course, a shout-out to, this is my mask right here, Hand and Stone. I want to say hi to Lisa Mascari. All right, baby. And also, I want to give a shout-out to Destiny and Alex, their family. And I know that they had a great time enjoying the show last night. You know, it's interesting how we meet the people we do. I took a short, very break. I started at 7 p.m. I took a short break about 8:45, maybe not even 10 minutes. Went back on and finished till 10 in the evening. I was counting the song material that I did in the show. 34 songs.
Wow.
34 songs, and covered all the map, all over the map with all the great songs. And I just wanted to say that when the show was over, this young lady who had been sitting, I should say, at the front of the stage, came over and introduced herself to me, and they had a great time with the whole evening. Her name was Linda Cochran. Well, I immediately identified the last name. She said, yes, that's right. She had been married to Wayne Cochran.
And the CC Riders.
There you go. Let's go. Summertime Blues.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really interesting to meet her as well. So, yeah, it was a great night. Great night out there.
Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Let me bring Tom in for a minute, and then we're gonna do some things on Facebook Live with Frederic.
Okay, if I can do a quick gratitude to all you people out there in Las Vegas. My mom, Mary Jane Hillary, ended up in surgery. I asked you for your prayers and your best wishes, and it looks like she's going to be discharged about 4 weeks earlier than we expected.
Well, she's strong lady.
Thank you, everybody out there. Let's see, what's going on in the movie business? Well, we've got Looks Can Kill almost getting ready to go here. We've got the poster art in, the script is in, we've got the budget and schedule, and I am talking to a local Vegas production company about making it all happen. I will keep you posted.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm getting a book out here. I don't know what I did with it. But what else, Tom?
Well, let's see. I got some.
Talk about the website real quick.
Oh, the website. Yeah, we've got the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show website up right now.
I saw it. Looks nice.
Glad you liked it, man. You're going to be on it pretty soon. So, what we have is a lot of our older shows archived, and they're there in order by a date. You can find the artist you want to look up by going up the list, the drop-down menu, and we're going to be adding each show, of course, as it comes up, maybe not week by week, but in chunks here and there, so you will never miss anything. You can always come back and find out later on what's going on in the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Now we're going to go back to Frederic here. Now, Frederic, we're going to put some Facebook Live on this. I'm going to put mine on right now so we can watch all this. So if you're looking at where you're listening to the show, we're going to go Facebook Live as Frederic
We'll do a little bit of mind reading.
And here we go. And we're up and running, and here we go.
So very important to say, people always think that this is a setup or people are stooges. We didn't prepare anything together.
Not at all.
All right, you don't know what's going to happen. All right, none of you here. And so I text you this afternoon and I told you, if you want me to do a little something, bring me some books. Mm-hmm. And you just respond, okay. All right, so how many books did you bring me?
2.
Okay, you want to give me the other one too? Sure. Okay, I never touched these books before, is that right?
That's right.
I didn't tell you which books to pick, is that right?
You did not. As a matter of fact, Tammy picked them out.
Okay, great. So, are you going on Facebook Live now?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want you to think that someone is going to see the book online. So.
What do you want me to do?
Okay, whatever you
want
to do. No. You can keep the book.
Okay.
But I don't want you to think that someone is going to feed me any information.
Oh, of course not.
So maybe you. Well, I have cameras everywhere. I'll just close my eyes. Okay, you trust me?
I trust you. There's no cameras in here.
Okay, Ron, watch me. Okay, I need your attention. Your
second.
Maybe you can give the camera.
Can you hold that on us?
Here we go. So it's even better.
So we can do that.
Okay. All right.
Unrehearsed.
I'm flipping the page. Say stop whenever you want.
Stop.
Memorize the first word on the top of the page. Say nothing out loud. First word on the top of the page. You have
Got it? Yep.
Can I close the book?
Yes.
Okay. I've never touched this book. I have no idea what the word is, and it hasn't been on the camera, so nobody can tell me anything about it.
It was very small at the top of the page.
All right. And you just say the word small. Is that I'm getting the idea of a small word, a short word. Does it make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, beginning with, think of the first letter of the word and start to say it in your mind over and over. Exactly, like A. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mark, maybe I will ask Tom. Tom, open the book at any page you want. Okay, think of any word anywhere on the book and close the book. All right? So take a long word, all right? The longer the better, all right? He picked a short word, take a long word, all right? Just open the book at any page you want. You don't even have to point for the word, all right? So even if I had a camera on you, I couldn't know which word you're thinking of. Take a long word and close the book. Got it?
I can't find a long word. Wait a sec. Okay, got one.
Okay, close the book. All right. Ron, I'm getting the letter D at the very end. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm getting something that is related about like kind of danger, like something that can be aggressive for your body. Does it make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? You're not saying yes just to be nice with me.
No.
Okay. You have a word. So you open a book at any page you want. You picked any word, Tom. Okay. There's no way I can tell you which word you're thinking of. Is that a long word?
It's a long one.
Okay. What is the first letter of your word? Just the first letter. Say it.
N.
I want you to start to say N in your mind right now. Okay. Now look at me. Think of the second letter just in your mind. Look at me. Exactly like E. Is that an E?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
E.
Yes.
Okay. You're thinking of something that is kind of related to... We are doing media here. It's something related to media. Does it make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a connection.
Ron, you're thinking of the word acid?
Yes.
And Tom, you think of the word newspaper?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we gotta take a break right now and figure that out. That was amazing because you never saw these books before, and Tammy picked them out and everything else. Here's Andy Grammer. This is for you, Tammy. I know you're out there listening. Let's listen to Andy Grammer's newest hit.
Love it.
I've been grinding so long, been trying this shit for years. And I got nothing to show, just climbing this rope right here. And if there's a man upstairs, he kept bringing me rain. But I've been sending up prayers and something's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life now. All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now.
Enough with the fees already. Bad check fees, credit card fees, late rent fees, and those huge payday loan fees. We can help and safely lend you up to $5,000 in minutes to cover your payments and avoid those fees. You don't need a checking account, perfect credit, or collateral, and it's 100% free to apply and see how much you qualify for. If you need the loan for 1 day, 1 week, or 1 year, it doesn't matter at the DLC. You only pay interest for the time you have the loan out. There are no application fees or prepayment penalties. Nothing, really. We offer small weekly payments and make it easy to pay your loan back because of our fantastic rates. Join over 250,000 satisfied customers and let us help you out. It's okay to need a loan and borrow money as long as you're getting a fair deal.
Licensed by the Data Financial Institutions Division. Customer must meet minimum loan qualifications. To review loan qualifications, visit us at don'tbebroke.com. Certain limitations may apply. Loans are subject to approval.
There's no other place like Las Vegas to see. No other place like Las Vegas to be. Where beautiful mountains surround the town. Your dreams and fantasies are all around.
I just want to say a shout out here, Mark, that you brought me this. This is the special holiday edition of the American Trilogy.
Yeah.
That's going to be over at Chianti with Chris Jason, Justin Sandor as Elvis, Chris as Frank, and, of course, Rob Garrett doing Neil Diamond. So we're going to do some more Facebook Live. I got mine back on again, and Frederic's going to work with Mark.
Okay, Mark.
Yes?
We just met today. I mean, we never met before. Is that right to say that we literally just met?
Absolutely correct.
Okay. And we didn't talk before. I didn't know you. You didn't know me. And I'd like to do something about time, okay? And if I would ask you to think of an important time or an important day of your life, a time during the day that has a meaning to you, okay?
All right.
Could you think of something?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Now, did you say, I mean, that someone here knows that this time is important for you here, like Tom or Ron or myself? No, but nobody knows the time.
Oh, no, they don't know.
Okay. So it's not something obvious that everybody knows, that it's all over the place, that you wrote down on Facebook. I mean, it's something personal. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, Ron, can I borrow your watch? Because Ron used his watch during... can I borrow it?
Yeah, sure.
I know that you use your watch to know what time is it, but now we're getting at the very last minute. So right now, Mark, what time is on the watch? It's
it looks like it's about 5 minutes till the hour of 6.
Okay. So if I take this button here, we can show to people at home. All And look, if I take the heads, I'm taking the heads out of the watch so I can change the time and change. What I'm going to ask you to do is to just take the watch, face down, it's Ron's watch, and you will slowly change the time, okay? Right. But don't look at it, just slowly change the time. Just slowly, whenever you
Does
want.
it matter which way I turn?
The way you want, but do it slowly and gently. Very good. Okay, but just do like this so we can see. Here we go. Perfect. All right, very good. Keep going. Very good. Don't stop. Ron, you have no idea of the time he's thinking of.
I don't.
Okay, please say stop whenever you want. Stop. Push the button. Okay, did you hear the click? I could hear it from here.
Okay.
Give me your hand like this and just put the other hand on the top.
All right.
Now, for the very first time, don't tell me what time you're thinking of, but what is that meaning?
Oh, the meaning of why I picked that time?
Yes.
You want me to specify that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If it's okay.
Well, for like 20 years plus, I would get up in the morning at this time.
It's extremely early, is that right?
Yes, it is.
I'm getting a time between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, is that right?
Yes, it is.
And I don't know if it's exactly half an hour, but it's extremely close to half an hour, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Tell us what is the time you have in your mind for the very first time, please.
4:30.
Can you open your hands and more or less look at what time did you stop Ron's watch? Is it 4:30?
Oh, it is.
I'm showing here to the camera right there.
Oh, my.
4:30.
Wow.
He stopped the watch without watching it at the time that he was secretly thinking of.
That is incredible,
absolutely
man.
amazing.
And this is something that I do every day in the show with different people every day.
Wow.
I'll put my
Thank
phone
you.
down to give you applause.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. That was amazing, Frederic. I'm going to turn my Facebook Live off now. Okay, thanks, everybody, for tuning in on that. You saw something really great. You heard it. Now, you do that in your show the entire time you're doing the show.
All the time.
All the time. The people in the audience, you don't know who they are. You throw things out in the audience. If they catch it, that's your guest.
Yeah, you know, at the very beginning when we opened the show, we start to have more critical reviews. People was just thinking that there was no way. You know, people had to be involved, or they must be stooges or actors, and you know, you've been here every day, you know it's wrong. So that's why we came up with this idea that we'll throw frisbees and balloons and stuff just to show to people that there's absolutely nothing.
Everybody thinks it's planned.
I bet he can tell me what time I'm having dinner tonight.
What else could he tell us we don't want to hear about right now?
Well, I bet he can tell me how crazy I'm about Lisa.
Oh, well, okay. You want to say that again? It'll help you out when you get home. Hey, you guys. Thank you, Frederic.
Thank you so
We're
much.
wrapping up the show. That was fantastic. You are amazing. Mark Maynard.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for pretending we were at Caesar's Palace.
I loved every minute of it.
You know, we're going to do it again. I'm pushing towards live entertainment on the show, something that you don't do.
Excellent.
You know,
Excellent.
Maybe we'll get cameras in here one day. We're going to do live streaming soon. Tom Hillary, thank you so much for coming back and being on again and talking about the movies. I'm glad that you're doing very well. And we look forward to the presentation of some of these movies that we're going to do some premieres on.
Gotcha. Always good to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. Our mission is to get all local Las Vegas entertainers back to work as soon as possible, in a safe, reasonable, healthy way with no shortcuts. For now, we'll keep the party going. We'll stay positive. We'll be creative, optimistic about the future. Las Vegas isn't going anywhere, and neither are we. We will continue to provide a platform for local entertainers to tell us all about up-and-coming shows and events.